What is up, everybody? Turboverse here today, and we're getting more and more tidbits behind the scenes of the gaming industry so far with the whole FTC versus Microsoft about the Activision Blizzard merger. We get more tidbits. So this is one that apparently happened. Microsoft acquired Bethesda after hearing Starfield would be exclusive to PlayStation. So PlayStation at first wanted Starfield to be exclusive to their platform. So Microsoft heard Starfield was going to skip Xbox. Phil Spencer decided to buy Bethesda instead. That is insane. That is like some Bruce Wayne level thinking right there. That's some Batman level stuff right there. Because Sony has been super greedy with having these deals on these exclusivity deals on PlayStation, like taking games away from Xbox in general. You see that right now with Final Fantasy 16. That game was on PlayStation exclusively. Final Fantasy Remake, that game was on PlayStation exclusive. Spider-Man, Wolverine. These popular characters, they just keep excluding them off of Xbox. So Microsoft just said, hey, we're just going to buy the entire thing. Like I said, it's kind of like Bruce Wayne and that one of these Batman movies. How did you get the house back from the bank, Bruce? I bought the entire bank, pretty much. That's how we got Starfield as an exclusive. And you know this was a big move. This is how much the Starfield keeps getting mentioned from Sony fanboys. They can't stop talking about this game. Like ever since the Xbox game showcase and Starfield Direct showcase, they can't stop talking about this game. I've been talking about this game nonstop. So you know that was a big power move right there. But it's going to pay off in the end because, once again, Bethesda makes legendary stuff. So that is hilarious. That's definitely like some chess move, like some 4D chess moves right there at this point. But yeah, that is the history about why Microsoft acquired Bethesda at this point. So a lot of interesting stuff has been revealed during this whole court hearing. So this is interesting. Base Phil. I believe it's because Xbox is that desperate to get good games on their system. This dude is super butthurt. I mean, that's what PlayStation's MO has been since their inception, is to get other exclusive games off of other people's platforms. Since the PlayStation 1 has been doing that same tactic. Checkmate, pretty much. What an epic chess play. Why play little silly games when you can buy the damn stadium? That's honestly pretty gangster feel. My, how the turns have tabled. Facts, this game will flop. How much copium does this guy have to take to say that this game is going to flop? Once again, Sony guys cannot stop talking about this game right now. They're so butthurt this game is not on their platform. So just saying it's going to flop, you're just a salty fanboy at this point. And he got 50-4 response. I'm pretty sure all the responses are just roasting this guy. I hope it's at least better than Elite Dangerous. Is he another developer? Let's see. Who is this guy? I'm curious. Is this guy a developer or something? I don't know. As I know, there has been a lot of developers recently who've been taking shots at Starfield for whatever reason to get clout for their games that no one cares about. So, it's gonna flop because it's going to Game Pass. Okay, for sure. Did Stranger Things flop because it was on Netflix and their service? Like, that logic is just so dumb. Saying Starfield is like Redfall is like saying Spider-Man 2 will flop like Forspoken. Yeah. You know how dumb it is to think this game's gonna flop? Like, this is Bethesda's next biggest, like, Skyrim and Fallout style game. Like, why would you think that's gonna flop? That's just like, they got a track record of making hits. Legendary, like, games that people play for decades at this point. Skyrim is still being played to this day. The Fallout games, even the older ones, are still being played to this day. Like, they make legendary stuff. So it's like, what are you talking about? You think this game's gonna flop? That's just pure copium. You're just saltiness at this point. Well, you see, I'm buying this hotel. It is definitely like some Bruce Wayne stuff right there. I mean, it was kind of obvious that Sony was attempting to enter a partnership with Bethesda. Yeah, they kept doing a Deathloop and a Ghostwire Tokyo deal. So it was like Microsoft only had to do what they needed to do at that point. Buy the whole thing at that point because Sony is being super aggressive with these deals while keeping games off Xbox. So like, I don't blame Xbox at that point. They just had to. They gave them no other choice. You keep poking the bear and keep taking these games off Xbox and make it exclusive to your platform. They have to respond back in a big way, and that's what they did. So. They said, nah, this has to end. If we lose Starfield, it is Joe over. Okay. As I said back then, I bought the airline. I hear mostly about Xbox versus PlayStation, but PC gamers are similarly affected. Sony exclusives only come way later to PC. We've had all, but Microsoft simultaneous releases on PC and consoles are the norm, which, in my opinion, is better for the majority of gamers. Yeah. At least if you don't want to buy an Xbox, you can still play these games on PC. While for PlayStation, if they do the same thing, but you gotta wait like 2 to 3 years later. It's like it's released at the same time if you're gonna do this whole exclusivity deal nonsense. So, bro played 4D chess. Good. I'm glad somebody stopped Sony from screwing Xbox out of exclusives. Nice to see Xbox punching back. Yeah, they're definitely competing this generation. Yeah, but this hasn't been Sony's MO for a while now. Like I said, since they began PlayStation in general, they've been keeping games over the platforms. And Nintendo can't really compete because their games, the Switch hardware is not really strong enough to really compete. So it's like they can't. A lot of these big third-party games are skipping Nintendo anyway. So only company that can really fight back and stop this stuff from Sony is Xbox right now. So they have to do what they have to do at this point. F around and find out. Yeah, pretty much. Sony effed around too much and found out the hard way. And their fan base has to suffer as they keep crying daily about Starfield skipping their platform. And now the new game they complain about is the Indiana Jones game. I was like, maybe Sony should have been too greedy. Maybe you can enjoy these games. Maybe they wouldn't have to take it to the extreme to make Bethesda an exclusive publisher to their platform now. If Sony wasn't too greedy. Microsoft is leaving a lot of money on the table having this stay as an Xbox exclusive. Even if it was just a timed exclusive, there is much extra money to make by having this on PlayStation as well. I was like, that's for any PlayStation exclusive as well, that they're losing money for keeping off Xbox. So same thing. PlayStation consistently plays themselves. It was a smart move by Phil Spencer. I'm glad he did it. That is one hell of a FOMO impulse purchase. I mean, I think that's a pretty good return on investment. And I think they're gonna get a big return on investment by getting Bethesda. It's like their games are legendary. People are gonna buy their games, so pretty sure it's gonna work out well for them. As long as PlayStation gets more Doom, no matter what the delay, I'm fine. I don't know if they're getting Doom. Like, who says they're getting Doom? Who says the next Doom is going to be on PlayStation? We don't know yet. Like, Sony thought it was strong enough to get PlayStation to buy Starfield exclusivity, but Microsoft came and saved everyone by making those who want to spend less play on Xbox Series S with good quality. Who spends more on Xbox Series X and who spends more to build PCs with RTX? Okay. The PS5 would have exploded running this game. Yeah, this was definitely a good move. People in the comments now realizing how bad of a precedent this sets. Oh, cry me a river. Well, when Sony makes these games exclusive, it's not bad, but when Xbox does it, it's bad now. Like, this is like, everybody who says that dumb nonsense like console, what is it? Or consolidation, or whatever they say. They always say that, but they have no problem when Sony does it. Like, it makes no sense. Each time they even bring that argument up, they never complain about what Sony does it. So I get the feeling Xbox putting all their bets on one singular game is not going to work out. Knowing Bethesda and their reputation of making highly rated games. Like, what is he talking about? Okay. Microsoft spent $7.5 billion to acquire ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Elder Scrolls and Fallout Studio. Bethesda Works Softworks. That is the power of Starfield. Yeah. Sony keeps paying them third parties for exclusives, so I bought the publisher. I bought the publisher as an absolutely insane response. Yeah, if Microsoft acquires Activision Blizzard King, is going to set a very scary precedent. Once again, Sony making all these games exclusives or getting exclusive deals with these companies is not bad. It's not a scary precedent. When Microsoft does it, it's just very scary now. Like, how do you think Sony got to be the position they in right now? Like, how do you think they got to be the position? Like, I'm just really serious. Like, what is these people's thought process? They don't think Sony did the same type of moves to get to the place they're in right now. And PlayStation complained about Xbox buying exclusives when PlayStation always making backdoor shady deals to do the same. Yes, we even learned one where they pay companies just to keep their games off Game Pass, not to put their games in PlayStation subscription service. No, but just keep they literally give companies deals to keep their games off Game Pass. Like that's some shady stuff. Like. Uh, I don't ever want to hear y'all complain about Microsoft acquiring studios/publishers again. Sony fanboys are hypocrites because if Microsoft didn't buy Bethesda, y'all will be cracking jokes about how Starfield wouldn't be on Xbox. Definitely will. They definitely will be doing that right now. Uh, the sneaky crap that Sony does, Phil be like, nah, son, we're tired of Sony's secrets. We're just going to buy the whole damn thing. Check in hand. Or we're going to buy Blizzard and Activision too. We are not playing with you anymore, Sony. It's like Nintendo isn't going to do it. So Microsoft has to be the one to stop these guys. It's like. Because they want to say Microsoft was a monopoly. No, Sony has been a monopoly for way too long with these secret backhand deals they've been doing. It's like, it has to be stopped at one point. Mogul moves. Don't worry, Microsoft's reckoning is coming with the near inevitable fall of the Activision acquisition. They bought one studio but couldn't buy the behemoth. I don't know. I think Bethesda is pretty up there with a behemoth level company. So, this case exposed so many more practices that Sony's been doing for a while, abusing their market dominance, and I'm sure they will be questioned for this later. Sony will regret dragging this to court. Don't need exclusive deals if it's a first party game. That is kind of true. Oh, man. Phil Spencer Masterclass, I must say. Yeah, so I'm gonna conclude it right here. I definitely agree with this move because that is crazy. These crazy and backhand backdoor deals that Sony has been doing. Because at first Sony was gonna have Starfield be an exclusive game. Can you imagine that? That wasn't exclusive. So Microsoft had to do they had to do what they had to do and buy the entire thing. So I don't blame Microsoft for doing so. Because Sony likes to keep games off Xbox, even though their fanboys say, "Hey, nobody buys an Xbox because they have no exclusive games." Well, now we see why, because Sony likes to keep these games off Xbox. So I don't have any problem with this deal. Definitely some big brain moves right there. Some Bruce Wayne style Batman stuff right where they buy the entire thing to keep the game on their platform. So definitely rock with this decision. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. And always thanks for watching, and peace. And I'm kind of curious what else is going to be unfolded with this hearing, because we have heard some crazy stuff so far. But like I said, look forward to next time. Peace.